will Nate Wiggins be the next cornerback star at Clemson? He said that Nate Wiggins has had an extremely special spring. And Al, I know you are all loving this guy, and you look forward to seeing what he can do. So, Al, I'll start with you on this one. Thoughts on Nate Wiggins and what he can bring to the team next year? I mean, I assumed you'd be looking at maybe Fred Davis and Sheridan Jones, but maybe Nate Wiggins jumps in there and says, hey, it's my time too.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all for Wiggins to potentially jump Davis in particular. I think they're going to I mean, it's not that I don't like Davis. Davis was a huge recruit coming in. But, with the issues he had last season, it wouldn't surprise me at all because I've liked what I've seen from Nate Wiggins. It was about this offseason for me. I thought he just needed to gain some weight, put some weight on his frame as long as he's maintaining his speed and all that kind of stuff. I think he's got potential to be a great one. And it's an awesome situation because we got those guys. We got Sheridan Jones, who a lot of people have picked on maybe a couple times over the years, and that's fine. I think he's a solid cornerback. I think he's got some physicality to him, and I think he's going to be fine as one of the starters. But I think you need a guy who has a little more upside, and I think Nate Wiggins fills that role pretty well. And then, of course, you've got the guys like Toriano Pride and Jaden Lucas that are going to be, breathing down their neck. And you still, like you said, you still got Fred Davis there, who may very well be one of the starters. It just kind of depends on how this offseason goes. But, yeah, Nate Wiggins is that guy for me.
Houston, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think people realize that the cornerback group is going to be a very underrated group. I think a lot of people are pointing as an area of concern. You're losing Goodrich and you're losing Andrew Booth, and that's very true. That's very, very true. Very, very true. Very true. But you also have two stallion freshman stud cornerbacks coming in. You've got guys like Nate Wiggins, Sheridan Jones, and Fred Davis who are balling out as well. Wiggins could absolutely be that next guy. And correct me if I'm wrong, Green. Is he Malcolm Green? Is he going to be a safety or is he going to be a corner? Or is he like a nickelback?
He plays all over the place.
Yeah, I was assuming that he would stay in more of a nickelback type role. Wiggins is your sophomore, did not get redshirted, a former four-star guy, high four-star guy. So from Atlanta, Georgia to Westlake. So, I expect big things from him. I mean, you have Sheridan Jones as a senior now. Gosh, Al, seems like when we started this show, he was one of the recruits we were looking at. Yep. Fred Davis, Malcolm Green, again, we have him at cornerback on our list, but he's really more of a nickel kind of guy. Nate Wiggins. And then Dabo continues to talk about they hit a recruiting home run on Lucas and Pride. Jaden Lucas, Toriano Pride. I didn't mean to say their full name there.
Lucas Pride sounds like a recruit in 2024.
Lucas Pride could be another recruit.
I known that.
If maybe they're maybe that's a player in the future. Yeah, maybe we could put him on an NCAA 2023 game. But so Jaden Lucas and Toriano Pride, both guys, Dabo says he hit a home run with at recruiting. I mean, obviously Lucas was a guy who your five-star guy that they were trying to get out of Malden, and they ended up getting him. And then Pride is a guy that came out of Missouri, who a lot of people liked. Very feisty guy. We did some video on him, I believe. We like him a lot. You guys agree that these guys? I mean, how long do you think before these guys get on the field with Dabo Swinney saying stuff like that?
Well, I think they're going to be on the field early simply because they're that talented, and honestly, the proven depth isn't there right now. So I think they're going to get their opportunities. I think they're going to get them pretty early, to be honest. But as far as being, maybe displacing one of the starters, I'm not sure that happens. If it happens this year, maybe we'll see. But I would imagine if that were to occur, it'd be near the end of the season.
Yeah, I agree with Alan on that. I mean, I think Lucas and Pride will play a lot. But I don't think you're going to see them crack the starting lineup until probably next year.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't necessarily think that's their goal. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming they're trying to go as high as they can, as far as they go. But anytime you're a freshman, you got to learn the university, you got to learn the playbook, you got to learn the audibles, and your coaches and just all kinds of things to absorb and learn as you grow and become a part of the team and even get accepted on the team. You got to kind of prove yourself when you're the new guy on the block. And it seems like from Dabo Swinney's perspective that they definitely are doing that. Let's look at the chat real quick. We've got Timothy getting in saying the QB or the cornerbacks, the cornerbacks could be special. I think they will be special. I think we scratch out the could. I think they will be special. When you look at it, the way it's shaping up, fellas, I know we kind of hinted on this maybe a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago. Could this be one of the best secondaries Clemson's had?
Houston.
I mean,
he just wants to say, I agree with Houston. That's why he pushed you first.
Hey, I've been taking these last couple, so I'm going to let Houston have this one.
It's too early, I think, to say. I think, one, let's see who's healthy at the beginning of the season. And then, two, let's see who's starting in the safety rotation. Because this could be. I mean, you pair that with Makuba and Mickens and Green, and apparently Phillips has been playing out of his mind. So you got a couple guys. So if they play to what they've been saying, yeah, absolutely. But it's spring ball. So let's before we say could this be the greatest ever, let's get some fall camp report in first.
Let's do that. That's probably a good idea.
Timothy said special. I elaborated on that. I maybe over exaggerated there.
Took it up a notch, and that's okay. But I think, I'll tell you this: I think the secondary is going to look even better than maybe they are because of that defensive line.